Welcome to the Unapologetic Mompreneur, the podcast for mums with an online business who are ready to take back their time, home, business and self so they can restore the balance and thrive, both at home and at work, without feeling like they have to choose between the two. I'm your host, Sarah Dew, life and biz coach for mompreneurs. I'm also a mum, stepmom, wife, introvert, breast cancer survivor, and your mentor for making a change for the better. I've learned how to go from surviving to thriving and unapologetically create a business I love and the life I want for me and my family without worrying about what other people think. And now I'm here to help you do the same. Because being an unapologetic mompreneur doesn't mean that we're selfish or that we don't care about others. It simply means that we are not afraid to show up as our true, authentic selves, to step into our purpose, do what we know is right for ourselves and the ones we love, and take the steps we need to take to make our dream life and business a reality. Join me each week where I'll be sharing all of my best tips and strategies, plus the occasional dose of tough but gentle love to help you feel empowered, motivated, and confident to take action so that you can become the mum, wife, biz owner, and woman you know you are meant and deserve to be. So, are you ready to unapologetically create a business and life you love? Let's do this. Hey there, and welcome to episode 10 of the Unapologetic Mompreneur podcast. In today's episode, I want to share with you the secret from going from chaos to calm and how by having habits in your life can help you thrive both at home and in your business without feeling like you have to choose between the two. I'm also going to share with you 5 of my favorite habits that I love having myself and that I always take my one-on-one clients through and suggest that they have too, in order to help them make life less stressful and more enjoyable. Juggling a business with home life isn't easy, especially for the 71% of us mompreneurs who are also the primary childcare provider. Our days are split between doing conference calls and, if our kids are younger, nap times, with client work, with laundry, with school runs. And at the end of the day, when we've done our days at work, it's then juggling with that, getting dinner on the table and the bath bed routine. How on earth are we supposed to do all of those things and still create a business that thrives while somewhere in between all of that, having family time and time for ourselves too? The secret to doing all of this, and the one thing that has made such a difference for me and that I now always take my clients through when we first start working together, is setting up habits, positive habits that are going to help us make life and family life easier to manage, but also habits in our businesses as well that allows us to do things and actually thrive in our business as well as at home without feeling like we're being torn between our laptop and everything else that is calling our name, the laundry, the dishes in the sink, and everything else. Habits are key because when we are trying to juggle all of the roles of being a mum and an entrepreneur, habits are the one thing that keep us on the straight and narrow. They help us tick things over, they help us keep things going, and they help us maintain the balance between work and family life as well. Balance helps us to get a consistent routine, which makes life easier to manage because we can get more done in less time. And by having habits, it kind of puts things on autopilot so that we know what we need to do each time without having to reinvent the wheel. We just pick up where we left off and we carry on. Habits also reduce stress. As one of my favorite benefits of the 5 habits that I'm going to share with you, help us juggle all things mum life and home life and work life, because they give us a sense of structure and they allow predictability into our day. They help us figure out what we need to expect, and we know what we need to do next by using these habits and routines, and it helps to reduce the stress. And because of that, it means that we are more efficient. They are just so game changing. My favorite part of them all though, is that they give us that better work-life balance. Because when we're creating the habits and the routines, especially ones I'm going to share with you in a moment, they fit around the needs of our businesses and our families. And that helps us have a healthier work-life balance. It helps us stay on the straight and narrow, and it helps us to feel like we are winning at this mompreneur thing most of the time, at least. It gives us something to fall back on and helps us give us, like I said, structure to our day so that we know what we're doing when, and to stop us feel like we're spinning in circles, being pulled every which way and pulling out our hair. So what are the habits that help us go from chaos to calm? Here are the 5 habits that I always suggest my clients adopt to set them up for mompreneur success, both at home and at work. And they are also the habits that I use day in, day out to help me keep on the straight and narrow too. Habit number 1 is having a morning routine. Now, this doesn't mean that you have to get up at 5 a.m. and there's certainly no way that I am going to make that one happen for me. I am a recovering night owl, and as much as I know the benefits of getting up early, and I would absolutely love to be able to get up at 5 a.m., that's just not going to happen for me. I like my duvet far too much, and I hate crawling out of my warm, comfy, cozy bed, especially in the winter months. But I do know the benefits of having a morning routine. And whilst I know that I'm not going to get up at 5 a.m., I know that making the most of those precious few minutes that I have to myself before everybody else gets up to enjoy some much needed time for me, to plan out my day and start my day as I mean to go on, makes all the difference in how good a day I have. When I get up and I do my morning routine and I have a little bit of time for myself before everybody else gets up, I always have a much, much better day. If I decide not to and I hit that snooze button and then I end up getting up right at the last minute, I am rushed and stressed. And that is how the rest of the day pans out. So if you feel like that too, and you are hitting the snooze button, and you are feeling rushed and stressed with your day, it might just be time for you to start to put together a morning routine that works for you. Now, as I said, it doesn't have to be one that you get up at 5 a.m. Just a few minutes before everybody else is up can make all the difference, just so that you have time to do something that is for you. Even if it's just a little bit of journaling, or it's sitting there and enjoying your coffee nice and hot without having to microwave it 3 times before you get to drink it. Having that much needed time for you and a few moments just to think and plan out your day and figure out what your top priorities are, both as your day in general with mum life, but also in your business too. Because when you're working from home, it's so easy to get distracted by all of the things that need doing around the house. But by actually spending some time as part of your morning routine of doing a couple of things to eliminate those distractions, like putting on the laundry or taking dinner out of the freezer before you switch your laptop on, can make all the difference. If having a morning routine is something new to you, just ask yourself what a few things, 3 to 5 things that you can do every morning that you know would not only make your life easier to manage and help you to hit the day running, but actually what would give you a chance to give yourself a bit of time to feel a bit grounded, spend a few moments for yourself, and set yourself your day up for success. Habit number 2 is taking good care of yourself. I am a huge advocate of filling your cup too and making your well-being a priority, because we might feel that self-care is selfish, but it's not. There is nothing more selfless than taking care of ourselves so that we can then take care of the ones that we love. We cannot pour from an empty cup. And if we're to have the time and energy to do all the things, to thrive in our business and get our day-to-day tasks done around the home, we have to put ourselves first and fill our cup too. It's super important to set aside time each week, both for physical and mental self-care, so that you can recharge and fill your cup back up. It's important to give yourself time to fill it and keep it full before you start running on empty. How can you put yourself first more? If you're not already taking care of yourself as well as you'd like, or you know that your self-care has been bumped to the bottom of that list, it's time to bring in some kind of habit or routine that is going to help you take good care of yourself. What activities can you do that will help you fill your cup back up? It could be as simple as enjoying that cup of coffee and doing a bit of meditation as part of your morning routine. It could be having a list of a few things that make you feel good, that bring you joy and that light you up and make you smile and make you happy. And just picking a couple of those things. It could be dancing silly around the kitchen, going for a walk around the block, taking your dogs out for a walk. Just what simple things can you do that you could use in your day and your week to help you make your well-being more of a priority? And then get it in the diary and honor it as if it were a doctor's appointment. Don't bump it to the bottom of the list for the sake of one more load of laundry. Habit number 3 is having clear boundaries. When we are our own boss, it is tempting to want to work every hour under the sun, especially in those early days when we're trying to get our businesses off the ground. I know what that's like. I used to do that too. But I've also learned as the years have gone on is that boundaries are the key to helping us doing all of the things and avoiding that overload and overwhelm. We don't have to spend all the hours working under the sun. We don't have to say yes to all of the things that come our way. One of the best ways to make sure that we are not overloading ourselves and that our diaries are not bursting at the seams and that the things that we are taking on are going to get us closer to our goals rather than taking us further away is to have an established clear boundaries that we set ourselves. And one of my favorite ways of doing this, if you're just new to starting and working on your boundaries, is to set a quota of what you are prepared to take on each week and each month. And then to start saying no when you get close to that limit. It's okay to say no to things. The no doesn't have to be forever. It can just be for a not right now because it doesn't fit in with and you don't have the time or the energy to take something else on new right now. But having those clear boundaries means that you are setting yourself so that you are protecting your energy and that you know how much you can take on before you get burnt out. So if that's something that you are struggling with, I highly recommend building in a habit of having clear boundaries and taking the time to review them often as well, because things change and our needs change and different seasons throughout the year need different priorities. So giving yourself permission to readjust those boundaries as time goes on too. But have clear boundaries and honor them and protect them. And that really will help you to make things less stressful, more enjoyable, and help you go from chaos to calm. Habit number 4 is working on your business as well as in it. When we're running our businesses, it's easy to get distracted by the day-to-day, to just keep focusing on that to-do list and keep working from one task to the next, moving on to the next thing, without actually stopping to take stock of what we're working on and where we're heading. And if the actions that we're taking and the time that we are spending is still in alignment with the goals and the values that we first set ourselves when we first started our businesses. If our businesses are to grow and thrive, we need to work on them as well as in them. And that means setting aside time regularly to check in on how things are going and adjust your goals if needed. A great habit for making this happen is setting aside time at the end of every week and at the end of every month to take stock. I love this review time, and I've got another episode coming up for you soon where I'm going to break down how I break down my month and what I work on each week in order to get everything done and work through my goals. And one of the things that I do is what I call a CEO Friday and an end of month check-in. And the CEO Friday is just a couple of hours at the end of my week where I work on my business as well as in it. I review everything that's gone on in the last week, what I've worked on, what I haven't quite accomplished, why that might be, and what I want to put on work on for my goals for the following week to make sure that I'm staying on track. And then at the end of every month, I will spend a day checking in on where I am, what's worked, what hasn't worked, how I've spent my time, whether I'm still focusing on my goals, if I'm getting distracted, and where I'm heading, and just make sure that I'm still on track with the goals that I've set myself. And then to adjust and switch up my goals as well if needed. To see how things are going in terms of income, in terms of subscriber growth, in terms of all of the other things coming in on my business as well, the number of client calls that I'm doing, the number of, my social statistics to make sure that I'm getting out there and being visible, is checking in on where I'm heading with my business. And that habit of working on your business as well as in it and giving yourself permission to just step away from that daily grind and actually look at things with a bit of a helicopter view, just to make sure everything is still in check and you are still heading in the right direction, can make all the difference and really help you from stop hitting a plateau in your business and feel like you're not getting any traction. So habit number 4 is working on your business as well as in it. Habit number 5 to going from chaos to calm is to never stop learning. And that's on a personal aspect as well as in our businesses. We have a need as humans, as human nature, to want to learn more and to grow. And part of that journey is actually doing growth things that are for ourselves as well. And it's personal growth as well as growth in our business. So that could be signing up for the next course that we want to learn something new in our business. But it could also be something in terms of personal growth as well. And that's, like learning a new hobby or taking on something new that we haven't done before in our personal lives that's going to help us grow as a person. With our own personal development, growth and goals. It could be like learning a new language, learning how to paint or draw, how to ride a horse. It could be all kinds of things, but that never stop learning can just really help when it comes from going to chaos to calm, because you are investing in yourself, whether it's for your business or on a personal nature. That never stop learning shows that you are worthy. It shows to yourself that you are worthy. That you are worthy of investing in, whether it's time, energy, or money. By learning things new and giving yourself the time for personal growth is also another step to helping you feel happier and fulfilled, because you are doing something for you. That never stop learning is all part of the same as the habit in number 2 we talked about, of taking good care of yourself, of investing in yourself and doing things that are for you. Whether it's time or energy or money, that initial investment, big or small, is worth every penny in the long run. What things can you bring in for this habit of never stop learning that is going to help you grow in your business and also grow on a personal level? So let's quickly recap the 5 habits that are going to help you go from chaos to calm on your mompreneur journey. Habit number 1 is having a morning routine. Doesn't mean that you have to be up at 5 a.m. Just having a few little things that you can do that are for you to help you spend time for yourself, to feel grounded, to plan out your day, and help you to start your day as you mean to carry on. Habit number 2 is taking good care of yourself, that you are building time in every day and every week to do something that is for you, that helps you make your well-being a priority and fill your cup too, so that you can then better take care of the ones that you love. Habit number 3 is having clear boundaries. Establishing the boundaries that you are happy to set for yourself of the things that you are going to take on each day and each week, and not afraid of having a quota to start saying no when you hit that. Habit number 4 is working on your business as well as in it. Giving yourself time each week and each month to assess where you're heading, to get that helicopter view of what's going on, so that you can be sure that the actions that you are taking every single day are in alignment with your bigger strategy, with your bigger plan and your bigger vision for your business, so that you have the opportunity to tweak things as needed without spending days and weeks and months on working on things that aren't getting you to where you want to be. And then habit number 5 is to never stop learning, is to do things for you, both on a personal growth level and a growth level in your business, so that you can thrive both at home and at work and do the things that are showing you that you are worthy by investing in yourself. Adopt these 5 habits and you will be amazed just how much easier it is for family life and life in general to go from less stressful to more enjoyable, and to go from chaos to calm. Before we go, I want to share just one bonus extra habit with you that I want you to adopt. If you don't adopt any of the others of these, this is the one that I want you to adopt more than anything else. And that is giving yourself grace. Because there are always going to be days where things don't go to plan. There are going to be days where we add things and we add more to our to-do list than we tick off. There are going to be days where we feel like we're taking 2 steps forward and 1 step back. Days where we are just not feeling it at all, and we just want to hide under our duvets and throw our pajamas back on. But the key to going from chaos to calm is to know when to give yourself grace, is to know that we are going to have those days, that there are going to be the rough with the smooth, that there's going to be days where we just don't want to play, and that is okay. Don't beat yourself up if you're having a day like that, or if you feel like you haven't accomplished, or that you could have done better, or that things didn't go to plan. I want you to adopt this habit of giving yourself grace. Give yourself credit for how far you've come. Give yourself a hug. Celebrate everything that you've accomplished, and just tell yourself that tomorrow is another day. Which of these habits are you going to have a go at adopting first? I would absolutely love to know. Send me a DM over on Instagram at the Unapologetic Mompreneur, or come and join the Unapologetic Mompreneur Facebook group and share in there. We are always talking about all of the different habits that we can adopt and ways to keep those habits front of mind so that we can go from chaos to calm, and that we can thrive both at home and in our businesses without feeling like we have to choose between the two. And if you're not already a member, I would love for you to come and join us. You'll find the link to join the Facebook group at the bottom in the show notes, and I can't wait to see you on the inside. Have fun adopting these habits and bringing them into your life so that you can go from chaos to calm on your mompreneur journey. And I look forward to chatting with you in the next episode. Thank you so much for joining me for another installment of the Unapologetic Mompreneur podcast. If you like what you heard, be sure to hit that subscribe button so that you never miss an episode. And if you have a moment, I would love for you to leave me a rating and a review so that other mompreneurs can find this podcast too. Here's to unapologetically becoming the mum, wife, biz owner, and woman you know you are meant and deserve to be. I can't wait to chat with you in the next episode. Bye for now.